These are the top 10 times NBA legends disrespected each other. And for number 10, we got the time that Reggie Miller thought he could just disrespect Michael Jordan and get away with it.
To Richardson, 1-on-2, 1-on-3, couldn't get it. And put back, no, it did fall. Now Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller having a go at it. And I mean, we got fist rolling, here come the benches.
Damn, Jordan was about to claw that man's eyes out. But this was just one fight. Some legends take the disrespect to a whole new level. Cause in number 9, Paul Pierce is literally addicted to disrespecting LeBron James. Yeah, back in 2016, when Paul became an analyst for ESPN, the man decided to dedicate his entire TV career to trash talking LeBron.
You know, my era's out the league. We wasn't afraid of LeBron. I would trade LeBron James. This is going to be a big hit on his legacy, and I've already said he's not a top 5 player of all time. I don't want to hear none of this GOAT talk no more.
Why do you think he moved to Miami Beats?
You moved him there, Paul?
Paul, you I sent the U-Haul.
It's something and I spit at him. And I'm not sure if I hit somebody or not, but I spit in that direction.
Did he just say he spit on LeBron? Ugh. But hey, at least you could tell the hate that he's got for Bron is real. Cause for number 8, what if I told you one of the most legendary beefs in NBA history was one big lie? Back in 1998, the Bulls were taking on the Jazz in the NBA Finals. When in Game 6, with Chicago just one win away from the championship, Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone started doing something weird. Every other play, they were getting extra aggressive with each other. Almost like they were professional wrestlers or something. Now, you might be thinking these dudes were just going at it, being competitive because the championship's on the line. I mean, that's what I thought. Until I heard the commentators say this.
He and Karl Malone, regrettably, are scheduled to wrestle in one of those bogus events next month. Why Malone wants to lower himself to that is anyone's guess. And Rodman apparently wants to start the wrestling now.
Yeah, it turns out that these two had a wrestling match coming up, and they were using their time in the NBA Finals to promote it. And this entire beef was fake. But I mean, it ended up being worth it for both of them. Because a month later, they wrestled on live TV, and they each got paid over $1 million for it. Damn, I didn't think being disrespected could ever end well. Especially after hearing about number 7. The time that Kobe Bryant's disrespect destroyed an NBA super team. Yeah, back in 2012, Kobe and Dwight Howard teamed up on the Lakers. I'm talking prime Kobe and prime Dwight. These two were expected to dominate the NBA and grab rings left and right. But just 3 months into their first season, shit hit the fan. See, in a game against the Clippers, Dwight ended up tearing his shoulder. And this injury was so bad, he was told he needed surgery and could miss up to 6 months. So obviously, the man took a little break to recover. But Kobe, he wasn't so understanding, telling the media, "We don't have time for Dwight's shoulder to heal. We need some urgency." Dog, this man's got a busted shoulder. What do you want him to do? And Dwight was wondering the same thing, cause later that day, he clapped back at Kobe in an interview, saying, "Kobe's not a doctor. I wanna play, but at the same time, this is my life." Yeah, this one incident caused tensions between Kobe and Dwight to skyrocket. They started bickering on the court, arguing in the locker room, and throwing shade at each other to the media. But the final straw came after they were eliminated in just the first round of the playoffs. And with that, Kobe snapped his fingers and made Dwight disappear. Yeah, Dwight signed with Houston and officially ended the Lakers super team. But I mean, it could have been worse for Dwight. He could have had to put up with Shaq, like in number 6. Cause the way that Shaq disrespects NBA legends should get him locked up in a straitjacket surrounded by squishy white walls in a federal penitentiary. Yeah, this man is a nutcase. See, Shaq once said that as a kid, he was denied an autograph by Hall of Famer David Robinson. And ever since that day, Shaq was filled with a burning rage. swearing that if he ever made it to the NBA, he'd do everything he could to get revenge on Robinson. And that's what he did.
Shaq against Robinson. Drive, stop, slam, dunk. Wow.
Well, he just made David Robinson a poster child.
But years later, after they both retired from the NBA, Shaq had a little confession to make.
Set the record straight on the David Robinson story. And the way I have heard it was that he stiffed you for an autograph when you were a kid and you held it against him. And now you're telling me this is not true?
It's not true. I made it all up. Mr. Robinson, I apologize.
Yeah, Shaq just completely lied about the entire thing. This man's a psycho. Now, the disrespect between Shaq and Robinson may have been fake, but at number 5, the beef between Scottie Pippen and Charles Barkley is so real, it's been haunting them for decades. See, back in 1999, Scottie and Charles were teammates on the Rockets, and they were expected to win an NBA title. But instead, they were eliminated in just the first round of the playoffs. And with a loss that embarrassing, Scottie decided to blame Charles and request a trade. I mean, that's all pretty damn disrespectful. So our boy Charles, he wanted an apology. Well, I think Scottie had something else in mind.
I wouldn't get Charles Barkley an apology at gunpoint, so he could never expect an apology from me. If anything, he owed me an apology for coming and play with his sorry fat butt.
Damn, Scottie. All you had to do was say sorry, man. Jeez. But thankfully, everything got resolved. Scottie was traded to the Blazers, Charles retired from the NBA, and the beef was over. Until 2 decades later, when in 2021, Scottie did a GQ interview to promote his new book, promote his bourbon, and diss Charles again, saying, yeah, Charles is in the Hall of Fame, but when you think about success and winning, you don't speak of Charles Barkley's name. And I mean, if you know Charles, he's not just gonna let that slide. So he came back as Scottie one final time.
Scottie, I've always liked you. You're a good player. We ain't never got to fighting. We ain't never had no bad words. All of a sudden, I'm a bad guy because you got a book and a bourbon coming out. I just kind of felt sad. You know what I felt like? When I'm watching TV and I'm seeing somebody who's like gonna box, and I'm like, yo man, you didn't save your money? You got to do anything? Like, this is crazy.
Damn, legends hating on legends for over 20 years. That's petty. But Charles and Scottie's feud doesn't compare to number 4, because Harden's beef with Giannis got him clowned by the entire world. Yeah, back in 2019, Harden got beat by Giannis for the NBA MVP award, and he went on a full-blown media tour just to complain about it, telling GQ, I had 8 50-point games, 2 60-point games in one season, and all the talk was about Giannis? There's no way. And then, in a 2020 ESPN interview, he even said Giannis wasn't skilled at basketball.
You know, but I wish I could just run and with 7 feet and run and just dunk. Like, that takes no skill at all.
Disrespectful. But just a year later, all that Giannis slander came back to bite Harden in the ass. Because in 2021, when the Bucks faced the Nets in the Eastern Conference playoffs, Giannis got his revenge, eliminating Harden from the playoffs, leaving him so defeated that Harden wouldn't even shake Giannis's hand. But that's not where this ends, because after Giannis won the championship, the internet completely roasted Harden. Wait a second, Harden's not subscribed to the channel. What the hell is this guy doing? Everyone should be subscribed to the channel. But anyways, winning a championship, that's a crazy way to settle a beef. But we're entering the top 3, so things are about to get even crazier. Cause in number 3, LeBron James cost himself an NBA championship by disrespecting the legendary Dirk Nowitzki. See, back in 2011, LeBron's Heat were facing Dirk's Mavs in the NBA Finals, when after Game 4, Dirk started feeling a little weird.
The night before, I go home and started shivering a little bit, started to cold. I was like, I'll probably just need to go to bed and I'll be great tomorrow, but it just didn't happen that way.
The trainer comes in and says, Dirk's sick. Huh? Sick? What do you got? They were like, we got the flu. Oh, I said, oh, no. Not right now. Not in this moment.
Yeah, Dirk caught the flu in the middle of the finals. And for some reason, instead of being a good sport about it, LeBron and Dwayne Wade decided to pull up to Game 5 and mock the poor guy.
Oh, did y'all hear me cough? Think I'm sick?
Hey, this weather, man.
This was a bad idea. I mean, have you ever seen Dirk Nowitzki angry? Well, no one else had either, until now. In fact, this clip pissed him off so much that his own teammates literally forced him to watch it on replay so they could fire Dirk up for the rest of the series. And what do you know? It worked. Dirk went on a killing spree, winning 2 straight games and officially costing LeBron a championship. Dang it. LeBron, you messed up, dog. But hey, some legends mess up a whole lot worse than that. Because for number 2, I'm talking about the time that Kevin Durant stabbed his best friend Westbrook in the back. See, back in 2008, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook became teammates, and they spent the next 8 seasons becoming one of the greatest duos in NBA history. But in 2016, after being eliminated by the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, KD secretly blamed Russ and felt like he never won a championship with him. So he started exploring his options, and despite telling Russ to his face that he'd return to OKC and still be his teammate, KD went out the very next day and stabbed him in the back, agreeing to sign with the Warriors, the same team that had just eliminated them both from the playoffs. Now, that all sounds really disrespectful, but the worst part about this situation is that KD didn't even call Russ before his decision went public. Russ literally found out what happened by checking Twitter. Damn, it's sad to see disrespect just destroy a friendship. But number 1 destroyed something even greater, cause the disrespect between Shaq and Kobe marked the end of one of the most legendary teams in NBA history. And it all started in 1998, when, during a Lakers practice, Shaq slapped Kobe in the face for trash talking. What a way to start a beef off. But this was just the beginning of their beef. Cause in 2000, when Shaq showed up to training camp 20 pounds overweight, Kobe was so disgusted that he made fun of Shaq to a reporter, saying, "A guy selling donuts at 7-Eleven has more pride in his job than Shaq." And with that comment, this beef became personal. They started bashing each other to the media every chance they got. So by 2003, despite winning 3 straight championships, the two could not stand each other, to the point where Shaq tried getting rid of Kobe for good, telling reporters, "This is my team. Kobe doesn't like it. Let him go after the season." I don't think Kobe's gonna like that one. Yeah, after that, the two literally showed up to a Lakers practice trying to fight each other. So it became clear that whatever chemistry they had left was completely destroyed. And a few months later, they not only suffered their first loss in the NBA Finals, but they also told Lakers ownership to trade each other. So the next season, Shaq was sent to Miami, and with Kobe by himself, the once legendary Lakers team missed the playoffs for the first time in 11 years, officially ending their dynasty. But hey, it wasn't all that bad, because 5 years later in the 2009 NBA All-Star Game, they decided to officially squash their beef and become teammates again.
Kobe is the best player in the league, so A+ on that side, and A+ for being a great guy. And he even let me take the trophy home today for my boys, so appreciate him for that. All right, cool, thank you, appreciate it.
Damn, I wasn't expecting a beautiful ending, man. But you know what else I wasn't expecting? This video to pop up right here. Yeah, these are legends versus legends, and you need to watch it. So what are you doing? Click it.